I decided to sell my Peter Mckinnon everyday backpack, and I sold it on eBay today. I'm about to box it up. I'm going to put it in the box. I'm going to put the label on it. I'm going to ship it out. But I thought maybe I might share the reasons why I decided this isn't the bag for me. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kendrick Dish. This is the Peter Mckinnon everyday camera backpack. It's pretty good. It has a lot of great things going for it, but it's not the bag for me. And maybe it's the bag for you. Maybe it's not the bag for you. I did a first impressions video on this bag when I first got it in. You can check that link out there. I was pretty positive about the bag. I'm still fairly positive about it, but there are some things I don't like about it. And I wanted to share those reasons with my audience, since we all seem to be bag nerds. And I'll be pretty quick. It's a short video. I got other things to do, but I just figured right before I send this off, I will share my reasonings. Number one, and this is the biggie. This is the main reason for me. I took this bag on a trip to Boston, and my goal in Boston, it was a vacation. We were wandering around. I took my camera. I was taking pictures. That's why I was there. And I took this bag. I thought it would be great, but it turns out this is not the greatest bag for walking around, carrying a camera, and taking pictures. And the reason is, it's hard to access the camera. There's not enough external access. When you're walking around in a city, sometimes you just want quick access to things. With this bag, you have to take it off in order to access the camera. You have to set it down. You have to find the zipper down here, and you have to go all the way around and open it up, and then you take out the camera. Now, sometimes I don't want to do that when I'm walking around taking pictures. I just want to be able to quickly take it out of a sling, take it out of a messenger bag, take it out of a backpack that has a quick side access. I heard directly from a Nomatic representative that Peter Mckinnon doesn't like side access. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but the fact that there's not a side access on here, maybe that means it's true. And that's okay. Peter Mckinnon and Nomatic can design their bag whatever way makes sense for them. That's fine. But for me, I think on that kind of a trip, an everyday camera carry bag, having a side access pocket to get your camera is pretty important. So that was it's a kind of a big problem. Now they do have a solution for that, which I guess you're supposed to use. And that is this top access. You can access, if you set up your dividers right, you can access the one external pocket. And that's this here, that you can access, like, it's basically, you're accessing the inside through this extra pocket. And you can set the divider up so it creates this shelf. And you can store your stuff in here. You can put your camera in here, you can put your sunglasses in here. It's an okay thing. It's not great, but it is okay. I just want something better. I just wanted more access. There's this pocket right here, which you get into and you can access some stuff. But I just found all of this to be too much of a hassle in that environment to take it off, open it all up, try and get my stuff out, try and change it. It was a lot. And so this bag didn't work for me for what I imagined I might use it for. Another item on the list is these gigantic. These things are gigantic. These water bottle pockets are humongous. And they have this stretch material, but as I demonstrated in my first impressions video, these are too big. These are really too big, except for if you have a gigantic water bottle. If you have anything smaller, stuff can kind of fall out of it. And yeah, it latches, but it's missing more structural integrity than what it should have. It needs to be able to shrink to be smaller, to be more useful. Or maybe they could be in two different sizes, one bigger, one smaller, something like that. Another thing I didn't quite like about this bag is the handle here is attached to the straps. And what that means is when you lift the bag, the straps come with it. Instead of it being, the handle being here, it's on the straps. And it's not that big of a real world problem. I'm being nitpicky right now about this, to me, in my opinion, I don't like it right there. That's just I don't know. Your mileage probably varies. I decided I didn't like it there. So I'd rather it be up top. But there's too much traffic of the zippers right up here. They couldn't put it on top because these zippers are they're all merging right here. The zipper to the back and the zipper to the top. There's not much room left, and that handle would be in the way of those access points if they moved it to the top. Another thing I want to point out about this bag that I didn't like was I didn't like these zipper pulls right here. I did not find these zipper pulls to be very comfortable to grab onto. They're short, they're kind of weird. They have this butterfly effect here going on, and you pull it sideways. It's a very strange configuration for grabbing, and I know they did that to keep those flat. But on my bag, what ended up happening is I had a little problem with one of those zipper pulls, and that's on this pocket right here. And that is this zipper pull can pull right off. If I'm gentle and I just pull the zipper tab, I can just pull that right off. You saw how easy that was. And that's because the way that it's designed, and there's a little gap, or there's a big gap on this pocket for me, but it can slip on and off as you use the zipper as it was designed. And that is not okay. I think those zipper pulls need a little work. So that's another thing I didn't like. I can just take that right off as I use the zipper like I'm supposed to. Another thing is there is not a designated iPad pocket. You do have this pocket here, which is for a laptop, and you can put a iPad in there, but you're putting them in there together. They don't have their independent protection. If it's an everyday carry type of bag, you'd think people carry their iPads with them every day. Some people do. Or if you're traveling around a little bit, you might have your iPad. And it would be nice to have another place specifically for an iPad. And this bag doesn't have that. Another issue that I discovered is that it can be a little difficult to get these zippers around the corners. It's not impossible or anything, but the way these corners are with these AquaGuard zippers, it can be just a little bit problematic to get that around there. And it happens with each corner. It happens up here too. And there's a little, it's hard to see. Maybe this camera can see it a little better. But you end up hitting, that's not me doing that on purpose. It ends up hitting a little material on the inside of that, and it doesn't go around those corners. Now, many bags have that problem. This is not the only bag that has, curved zippers. It can be a little problematic. That's not the end of the world. But when you're trying to get in and out of that bag, often because there's limited external access, it gets to be kind of a pain. You have to do that over and over and over and over. I didn't like that experience. Maybe I'm being greedy, but I didn't feel like there were enough dividers in this bag. For a bag this size and for this much going on, and I actually wanted more dividers of each of these sizes. So these dividers come in, there's the bigger divider, the smaller divider. You get two of the bigger ones and three of the smaller ones. And then there's these dividers like so that divide the big pouches. And these have bins in them, built-in ability to be curved and turn. And that's pretty good. But let's talk about Think Tank. Think Tank products, they come with 50 dividers. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but basically the whole bag is filled with dividers of different sizes, and you get to really customize how you carry your stuff. And I think Nomatic, you could be a little less stingy with the dividers. Give us a bunch. That's my complaint. And take that for what you will. Maybe I'm just being greedy. That's fine. That's fine. But it leads me into my last item on the list, number 9. There are just other bags that I like better. So that's why I'm selling. A couple of those other bags I like better. Speaking of Think Tank, this is a classic. This is the Think Tank Naked Shapeshifter. One of the things I love about this bag is that it has a ton of exterior pocket organization. Just looking here, there's a pocket here, there's a pocket here, there's a pocket here, and there's a pocket here. So that's 4 pockets on the outside that are accessible. And once you open it up, there's a lot of organization on the inside of here. And this is a bag I've had for quite a long time. And I still love this bag. I still use it all the time. Doesn't have the most convenient way to get to a camera, but I use this a lot as a day bag, just walking around without a camera because I like it so much. Another bag I like is the Naya Evo Fjord. This bag is really designed more for adventure photography and outdoor hiking and snowboarding and glacier climbing and mountain climbing and stuff like that. And even though I don't do very much of that, or actually I do zero amount of that, I like the look of the bag and I like the features of the bag. It still works really well for travel, which is what I do. I do a lot of travel, walking around in cities and getting on airplanes and doing stuff like that. So some of the features of an adventure bag translate well to a travel bag. And this is a really good one. It also doesn't have the side access, so it doesn't meet that criteria, but I like this bag better for many other reasons. I'll do more reviews on these bags, including this one. I haven't used this one all that much, but I'm excited about it. Now this is a little bigger than a day bag. This is the Shimoda Explorer version 2, and this is the 30 liter or 35 liter. I can't remember which one this is. I forgot. It's the biggest one they make of the Explorer version 2. And this bag has a ton of features. It's pretty similar to the Naya Evo bag. This one does have like side access that you can get to a camera if you set it up that way. So I like that. This one comes in a couple smaller sizes. So even though this is the really big one, it comes in smaller sizes, which make a better everyday carry style bag. It's made out of the very similar material as this. They're very similar in how they feel. This one's a little heavier, but it has so many awesome features I'm excited about. And if I'm gonna keep buying bags I get excited about, I have to sell the bags that I'm not excited about. And that's why today I sold this one on eBay and I got to put it in the mail and get it to its new home. If you found this video useful, hit that like button. And on this channel, we talk about bags, we talk about computers and cameras and the things that get us through this digital life. Check out the first impressions video of this. Check out the link in the description. If this video didn't talk you out of this bag, then there's links in the description where you can buy it. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.